Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Emerald Lions, where stuff happens and sometimes they don't. But anyways, to iterate what happened last episode, hopefully people are gonna be able to hear us, in this episode. So go ahead and iterate what happened, guys. Anyone?
Well, um, first and foremost, uh, one of our old compatriots, Akane, decided to show up at the tavern that we were staying at, which was nice, and she showed up with a friend, or seemingly more than a friend.
Okay.
Um, I believe the gentleman's name was, uh,
Funny man,
Elliot?
right?
Yeah, Funny Man,
Elliot,
Mr. Funny Man.
Elliot, funny man.
Elliot Funny Man, yes. A man of many words and many faces of clowns.
Yes.
And yeah, turns out that they were actually a bit more than friends than I would have thought. But anyway, that's beside the point.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, while everyone else was just kind of just powering around, Tivna decided to give Shay some very, very potent alcohol, to
Very.
which
And I have
she
the box.
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't forget the box, guys. Oh jeez. All right.
so yeah, that happened,
Mm-hmm.
and she ended up, not handling the alcohol very well. And in the midst of all that, in the very box that Tivna bought,
1 second. Sorry, you keep going on. I have to do something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. in the very box that Tivna bought, or found, technically speaking, arose a unexpected face. One that I've only heard about in tales of the Winter Crest.
Crystal Winter. Yeah.
Good old Nicki Mirage.
Nicki
Ancestors were
Minaj. Or Nicki Mirage trademark.
looking.
Okay.
Yeah, turns out she popped out of the box, and we don't entirely know how it happened, but we have reason to believe that, excuse me, that it was the use of being drawn to chaos magic.
Oh, the chaos
And the
magic.
reason we find out about that, according to Miss Nicki Mirage, is that she is somehow linked with the chaos deity, the
Mm,
very same one that's been kind of giving us problems recently.
mm-hmm.
Neat.
Neat.
So, how she describes it is that she's kind of like the other half of it, or like a piece of the chaos deity, or something like that. The details are kind of fuzzy and also very complicated.
Mm-hmm.
And considering the fact that she was attracted to that, uh, we also kind of just figured that maybe she's connected to other forms of chaotic magic and is able to appear, maybe not on it, but at least near it. Looking at you, Tivna, in the box.
Tiffany the box.
Mm.
Meow. All right.
So there's that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we did get to recover Reinhardt from his trip into the weird void, but then afterwards he appears to have been called away on a mission.
Speaking
Or
of the weird void, I think someone is going into T pose again.
I don't know anything about that. But yeah, uh, he left all his most of his belongings behind too.
He did not leave that hammer of Thor.
Well,
No.
well, that's why I said most.
Mugnier.
Mjolnir.
Yeah.
I
So.
mean, he needs something to protect himself on his weird adventure where he jumps out of windows.
And not bring his bag of equipment or anything like that. Heck, he didn't even leave behind his rock of what I assume of like faith.
Mm.
I don't know. It could be another one of the gemstones. I mean, we've got to find a bunch of these, dog. What is there, like nine, eight, nine?
I believe
The
it's
other.
8.
Five? Maybe 7? Let's go with lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7. All in all.
And if only that were true. But I do remember, I think it was 8.
Mm.
If we bring them all together and it summons the dragon, it's still going to be 7. I don't care if there's an extra one or not.
I just
You
had the
can't
reference now.
You can't just disregard a number just because you think a reference is cool. Respect the 8.
Yeah, like these are the magic 8 balls. I don't know what to tell you.
It's funny you mention the Magic 8 Ball because I used to watch a streamer
Mm-hmm.
and their whole thing was the Church of the Magic 8 Ball. Funnily enough, I played D&D with them as well.
Oh.
That
So,
said, we never dealt the cube.
the cube.
Never dealt the cube.
Never doubt the cube. So, as
And
Mhm.
also, I wanted to check on Tamara to see how her condition was doing. But Klein had reassured me that, you know, she was fine. She was
I
just
mean-
resting up. She did have a very long ordeal in Silent Peak, and she needed all the rest she
True.
can get.
True, though you say that, but wasn't he also guarding Reinhardt, who somehow, with a miraculous stealth check of unknown,
Mm-hmm.
managed to leave without
I don't think
shouting
he-
his own name of all things?
I don't think he mentioned anything about her watching Reinhardt, just specifically Tamara.
Yeah. and
Reinhardt.
also Yell out his name in written format, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Unlike
Reinhardt.
him. That is very unlike him.
Unlike him, like to write a letter.
Do not yell his name, Reinhardt, with every destination he does.
Perhaps he has had some form of a change.
Hmm.
It's very evident, considering the fact that, like I said, he left his bag behind with the rock, to which I have my suspicions about what it is, and I can definitely feel a sort of fire in it, but I'm not exactly used to fire. But I do know someone that does.
I'm used to fire.
Hmm.
Someone I
Okay.
can trust that's not with chaos magic that's not currently in a box.
With
I
two
know.
orbs already.
I know gunfire, apparently, considering I had Christy teach me how to use a musket, and so that's
Ooh,
gonna be
what's a
fun.
musket?
Yeah.
I'm not telling you, Tim, though.
Tell me. Can I use persuasion?
You're you're
I was a couple 100 feet into the sky shooting a gun. You know nothing of this. You went to
Well, I
sleep.
just rolled a
Every-
16.
y'all. Oh yeah. So Tifta went to sleep. Pick and Christy were practicing. Now like with musket.
Fair enough.
Uh.
Just being funny anyways.
They were gunning with muskets.
muskets.
all the way up in the sky.
And I believe Shay went to her room. The temper key basically was like, "Hey, I see y'all later," and just like dipped. Elliot and Hanazawa went to their respective rooms and they're like getting the Z's, or T-posing. I don't know.
Well,
T-posies.
T-posies. and
Sifna is cuddling with the shapeshifter.
yep.
It's not a shapeshifter. It's just a normal shifter. They've only got
Mhm.
the one change.
Fair enough. Well, then the normal shifter, as
Um,
opposed to the tangent shifter.
yeah, Tomorrow's asleep, Clay's guarding doors and stuff. Ash is in her room, and Nicki went basically to follow Shay into her room. And then the Camilla just basically like starts to clean up her area, and now we're here. Give me a D4, everyone, and the highest is gonna be go first while I put on some music.
I rolled a 1. Everyone's going before me.
Almost someone else rolled a 1.
I
Well,
also
side
rolled a
with
3.
Piggy.
We've got a
Alright.
tie of 3s.
Oh my god. Rollsies, rollsies.
Well,
Our tie is a charm.
Alright.
Not funny.
Oh, pfft. I finally got it.
I rolled a second 3.
Oh no.
Come on, they can either do a 4 or 2. I mean, you can technically take 1 now since you've already beaten me. You guys.
hey, what's your
Stop rolling
initiative modifier?
Yeah, let's see if it starts the initiative.
Initiative modifier is +3.
Mine's is +6.
Oh, so, okay. I'm starting with Figgy. And then, and then Pick.
Yeah,
and-
Figment just rolled a 1.
And then last, and yeah, so, so, Figgy,
Mm-hmm.
I remember you were, you were walking towards Ash's, room.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay, this must be the place. Or, I guess the room. And proceeds to knock. Ash, are you up?
You hear her kind of like muffle and say, "Yeah, I'm awake. I was just reading a book."
Do you mind if I come in and talk for a bit?
Yeah, I can listen. Give me a second. Basically, you hear the shuffling of like things, shuffling, and then a drawer closing, and then her footsteps kind of like, you know, beg across the floor, and then getting near the door and just like of the door, and kind of she opens the door. Her hair's all like a little bit of a mess, and she's like wearing, I guess, pajamas. And she's like,
Hi, you perhaps want to have a talk? Maybe a chance to catch up and whatnot? It has been a bit.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, one of our comrades that we were coming back with recently. Well, I'll just get this quick one out the way. One of our comrades. I said, do you mind letting me in?
Oh yeah, sure. She goes like gets out of the way a little bit. It just like kind of like gestures you in. It's basically like a cozy room that she has. There's like a seat. There's like a table. Like there's like some like chairs here and there. And it's like, yeah, you want to take a seat?
Yeah, yes. A seat would be nice, thank you.
All right.
Wait, why am I doing access so formal? Anyway, listen. One of our comrades recently, Reinhardt, you know, the boisterous man with the hammer.
Yeah.
Well, he disappeared. Not in a, I don't think a bad sense, but more in a noble, I have stuff to do type sense.
Yes.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't, if you're about to go on a journey somewhere, you would not leave a bag behind or something? Like, not any, at least none of your equipment? He took his hammer, but he left everything else.
Maybe it's not his equipment. It's probably
I
not.
don't know.
Probably not.
That would be an odd thing to leave behind. But anyway, I do have, you're one of the most knowledgeable people I know of about things involving fires and whatnot, correct? Of course it's correct.
Yeah, it's within my nature. What's up? So I don't really. Anyways, you were saying.
Well, I found this. And he pulls out the red gem. I'm not too familiar with it, but I can definitely sense that there's something hot or warm in this thing. Do you know anything about this?
She kind of like furrows her eyebrows a little bit, raises her one eyebrow, looks at the thing, and you see that the gemstone itself, the inside kind of like starts to like grow like a little bit, uh, a little bit of like the embers go a little bit flare up slightly, but you don't like feel like the too hot. Just like that, there's like some like heat emanating from this thing. Um, and she tilts her head a little bit, and she's gonna do a little roll right now.
Also, question: is there a reason there's two figgies here?
Oh, there's two figgies. Oh, sorry. Where is the other? Where is Figgy?
I have two piggies.
Oh,
I was looking at the bottom half and I didn't see the one on top.
oh, sorry. That was for me to like. Okay, here we go. This one.
The multiplication of birds.
Basically.
Oh no, two figures existing in the same time frame. You created the time paradox.
Oh no!
Biggie's secret power, multiplication.
Don't talk to me about timelines.
We just had a timeline mishap not that long ago, and we left from here to get there. Technically speaking, it could happen.
Shit. Okay.
Time travel paradox.
Okay. So, as you, she tilts her head a bit and she's like, mind if I take it?
Oh yeah, by all means. He hands off the rock.
She grabs it. And, she's gonna do a wisdom save with this. You kind of see her like grab it gently and bring it to herself a little bit. You see that there's a little bit of confusion, but then a little bit of a realization. Give me insight on Ash. One. Yeah. Give me an insight on Ash.
19.
19. Cool. You see, there's like some like big realization across her face, but it's this face of like remembrance, as kind like her eyes kind of like slowly like a little bit wide. Looks up at Figgy. Yeah, I know what this is.
Oh, something clicked.
A lot clicked. Apparently this helped me remember. I'm on fire deity?
Right, the fire deity. What was his name again? Oh God, Reinhardt is going to kick my butt if I try to remember this, but I should know. He's gonna roll a. He should know what this. He should know what it is, but I'm gonna roll a religion.
Yeah, with advantage. Okay.
Then that boy woke.
Big boy. So you know the name of the deity that Reinhardt told you it was Blaze. Blaze in Blaze is a cobalt shaped fire deity. Though as you
Not be confused with Blaze, the Dragonborn from a previous RPG.
Yeah.
From previous D&D.
Right. As you kind of look up towards Ash, there's like this fiery like radiance that you haven't seen before, like emanate from her.
Right, right. The deity's name was Blazer. Whoa, wait a minute. Um,
Mhm.
Now this flaming aura that's around her,
Mhm.
what color is it?
Uh,
Is
it
it blue or is it like more like a amber?
it's like an amber.
That's different.
With like amber and with like reds and oranges, and you could tell. Actually, give me. Let's see. It's gonna be an Arcana really quick.
22.
All right, so you could definitely like um you've heard like stories about the elemental plane of fire, or primal like worlds that they could like fire, earth, water, air, and all that. Though you can tell this is a really like primordial in a way.
Okay, this is
Like a figgy is there.
that's different.
uh she looks down on herself. She's like, holy shit, I wait, this doesn't burn. Wait
Yeah.
a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
She looks at the gem. She's like, this is my original soul in here.
Wait. You're
I I remember um necromancer tricked me and the air deity, and trapped us in these orbs in order to use for their revenge. And as you kind of like notice her kind of like um get angry and angry by each like word, like sense of like betrayal. And
okay. Figgy's gonna insight that because he wants to know who is actually talking at this point. Is it the stone or is it Ash?
okay.
Oh, that boy confused.
Okay, that boy confused.
Uh, you mentioned a necrom. Wait, revenge?
Um, long story short, Necromancer's plans were to uh trap all nine of us um into this one staff called the Climb Soleil. Um, get the Sword of the Necromancer and the Circle of Infinitus, just all three of it, in order to get rid of all the gods and revenge on the um on Sly.
Wait, so this necromancer does not like our Swai, the one that's been causing us problems.
Well, yeah, but um things
But
things.
this necromancer's way to handle this, from what you're telling me, is to collect these deities and put them in a clamshelice, which is a staff
And
that holds these nine rocks, right?
right, um and the thing is, the necromancer was helping, or I guess they weren't intended to. She wasn't intending it to help out another calamity before Varkaril. Um, his name was Ragnarok.
You mean the same Ragnarok that is like the end of days Ragnarok? That Ragnarok? That one?
Yes.
Well,
So there
if she was
was
if she decided to help us out with that, then what sparked the sudden change of wanting to go against everything else? Why the
uh,
sudden heel turn?
oh no no, it was the um it was Ragnarok himself that wanted to basically show up, and since the um since the gods are no, were basically no longer free to just protect the people, it got, there was no salvation at all to protect, the mortal realm and material planes in the universe.
Ah, so how did we avoid? So did Ragnarok happen, or did we avoid it?
Oh, it happened, and the group that was the group that I wanted to help was Winter's Crest, but they well they failed because they didn't find a way to stop Ragnarok. Now,
And was the
mm,
Necromancer part of that group of Winter's Crest?
what was it?
Was the Necromancer part of the group of Winter's Crest that tried to stop it?
No, um, I believe her name was Amelia Purvis. And her henchman or henchwoman, Rowan Eisner. But I didn't have the power to stop it because I was trapped in that thing. Um, he kind of like looks down a bit. He like nods. It says, "If we, okay, so as I, so the Ragnarok scattered all of us across the world, along with whatever components, um, basically almost scattered the gods." But she looks down at it. You have the fire gem, and the other in the other room. There's the other three.
You mean the ones that we got from Silent Peak?
Yes.
Honestly, I did not think they would be that close together. So you're saying that those other gems are the other deities that you were a part of?
Yes.
Well, okay. So we're already 4 steps in.
Mm-hmm.
That's not too bad. So by your math, we need 5 more.
About, yeah.
But wait, if the Necromancer wants the stones to get to the Climb Shalice, wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
it have been better to say keep the stones apart and secure?
So the Necromancer wanted to put them all together in a clan Solage, so be able to like, you know, have the power to destroy Zwei, but Ragnarok kind of like killed the Necromancer and scattered all the Clan Solage everywhere.
Wait, there's more than one Climb Shalice?
Oh, there's just one Clan Solage.
So the Necromancer is quotation marks dead.
Yes.
The Climb Shalice, we have no idea where it is at this current moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to guess that somebody else aside from us is looking for these other fellow deity of yours. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're a deity?
Believe it or not. Apparently, yeah. And I
I've been
gra-
traveling.
Hmm?
I've been traveling with you for almost 10 years. You didn't tell me that you were a deity this
I
entire time.
I didn't remember I was a deity. Now I do because of the stone. The stone is the core of my soul.
Blaze is a part of your soul.
Yes, the gemstones anyway. And I have a theory. She kind of like sits down. Um, which could probably mean um there's there's they might be my reincarnated brethren. Um, or yeah, my siblings. Could be, but that's just a theory for me.
I see. Well, now that you have the stone,
Hmm.
do you feel comfortable holding on to it?
She looks up at Figgy. You see that little like fire in her eye. Yeah. I don't mind it. After all, it's mine, you know.
Fair enough. Well, I can still just call you Ash, right? Because I know you as Ash. I don't have to call you Blaze or anything like that.
You can still call me Ash.
Okay, cool, cool. And all right. Uh, now that we got that out the way,
Hmm?
um, have you been feeling okay ever since we split apart and whatnot?
Um, I think all I need is some good night's rest. And I'll be back at it again. She like gives you a thumbs up. She goes from somber to like happy. Like showing like her like cat like teeth. Um,
Right, that's a relief. At least you're back in your good spirits. I won't keep you on many much longer. Like you said, you need your rest, and we have enough for quite a bit. And not for nothing, you've been stuck in that place for quite some time, and you definitely need to get your bearings and whatnot.
yeah. Well,
Right.
have a good night, says Ash.
Right, no problem. You have a good night as well. And if you need anything, I'll be right down the hall. It's the one with the I believe my door is burgundy. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
burgundy door.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You have
Well,
yourself a good night.
alright, you too, Fixer. And you walk over to your room.
Yep.
Go to sleep. You go to sleep. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Falling in. Tivna, what you be doing? Oh, you're cuddling. Alright. Hello?
Sorry, forgot I was mute at this moment.
Where am I?
Thank you.
You.
Yeah, I'm still.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I'm still.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still with the shifter.
Okay. And I'm guessing Tivna is asleep, or is she doing something else before you settling in?
Probably sleeping. I
Okay.
hope to get the long rest.
Okay, cool. Tivna's sleeping, and how about Pick?
Yeah. Well, we're in the sky, and I learned how to shoot a musket.
Pew
With
pew.
with my good old friend Kriska.
Kriska!
Uh,
Okay.
Kriska. But yeah, so we're just afterwards. I would like to pull out some of the scrolls that I got from the chest that was surrounding the black
Alright.
orb, and I'd like to uh, just bait lid on top of the what is this? An inn, land on top of the inn, and
Mm.
just sort of share them with Kriskra as we use it as nighttime readings before going to sleep.
Okay. Um, are you um? So are you reading anything in particular in the scroll, or just reading it just because?
I guess I'll sort of just read it just because, but like I'll ask Kriskra if there's like anything interesting in them since she's pretty smart.
Okay. Um, she's gonna like skim through 'em. She's gonna go ahead and roll.
Can I give help action?
Yeah.
By reading them with her?
Yeah. If I can grab the dice roller. There we go. Sometimes they be like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Click. With the help action. And these scrolls, wait, where did you find them exactly? Did you recall?
They were in the chest with the black orb.
Okay.
Yeah, I sort of just took everything that was in the chest.
Okay. Alrighty. So, as you two kind of like read, glance over and read over the, wow, same outcome, alright. Um, um, you guys find out that these scrolls are basically like, recountings of like story, basically recounting of like, there's a few scrolls that are basically are what's it called? How can I say this? Without even where'd it go? Oh. That it became quiet.
Hmm.
I need music. So as you read it, you find out there's a few of them. Basically, the first half of the scrolls talk about uh, talk about basically like how Zwei kind of like basically devastated a whole like realm at one point in time, and there's these ancient heroes, draconic heroes that kind of like helped out with that with the mortals, um, sealing Zwei into this underneath Silent Peak. Um, and there was like this battle between Zwei, uh, basically, and then there's two groups of dragon knights. One was the celestial dragons, and the second half was the abyssal dragons. So both groups kind of like kind of like fought. One being controlled by Zwei, the other one basically the actual celestial deities. Um, and for a while they kind of like both fought, and they defeated Zwei and the abyssal dragons and locked the abyssal dragons in the abyss. And Zwei in Silent Peak, underneath Silent Peak.
Is
So
there some check I could make to see if I could determine who these dragons were more specifically?
okay. Oh boy, lore. Okay. Okay. All right. So give me either religion or history check.
All right. And dragons are my first favorite enemies, so we're just gonna roll that with advantage.
All the dragons.
They're the same modifier. Um,
Okay. Let's see. Um,
Oof, I only got an 11.
oh, it's fine. It is fine. Okay, so you can like remember some like stories that like the celestial dragons um they became heroes and they ascended to godhood. Um, there was one, two, three, four, five. Five celestial dragons that you remember. You don't know like the top of your head like who they were, but there were like all there was like also you remember that the abyssal dragons had like five dragons too as well. Um, as you kind of like read the scroll and you're processing this, the scrolls the scrolls talk about like who the celestial dragons were. Like each of them was just one of the names were like Quetzalcoatl was um the main leader to these, um, and then Tiamat, Bahamut, Aladrin, and Ugin. Um, all five of those, um, defeated the abyssal dragons. And there's a little bit more about the abyssal dragons. They have like the listed names of them on one scroll. Uh, one was Sholtol and the Kilcia, Azurharu, Linnea, and Nicobolus. Um, and So yeah, there was like this battle between the celestial dragons and the abyssal dragons. To so there's like this like to win the realm.
Ah, this is some pretty fancy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the dragon bit of this story. Do you find
Alright.
anything more to your liking, Christy?
Well, it's kind of like sift through like, another bit. Like, what's really like interesting is there's she kind of like grabs the scroll. She kind of like looks at it. She's like, there's like something about like some like ancient like city that sunk with this like creature named the Leviathan, called Atlantis at some points, and
Mm.
yeah, it's pretty neat. They had a bunch of technological advances, um, and then Zwei can like sunk it down.
Yeah, maybe someday we'll meet the city and or dragons.
Yeah, someday. Yeah, I would love to see those ruins and those technological advances, and you would like to see those dragons. Who knows? I mean, maybe we'll probably find it in our journeys.
Yeah, we can probably talk to like Fiddy and Tamara about this. You know, probably set up some sort of Emerald Lion expedition.
Yeah, it's totally
I don't
and
know.
and I could just like learn from like the ancient ruins. And she starts like writing down like her ideas and everything. She's like getting very excited for this. She's like, "It's great. This is great." Right, using your actual name.
Um, Pick's just gonna go while they're writing down all that stuff to make like a little makeshift nest on top of the inn.
Yeah, that's cool. She nods and she's like, and then like putting away the notes and everything, and kind of like yawns like, ugh. Um, so I'm ready to go to bed. Are you?
Let me roll to see how well I made this nest.
Yeah.
It's like a nature. I'll have Jackson help me out.
Okay.
Me and Jackson just making a nest.
Making all the nests.
22. How good is my nest on a 22?
Nice. It's well put actually. It's a little bit fancier. Um, so basically you like find the material that you can be able to find for a nest, and it's actually well built. however you want to like
Just
describe your nest.
it's a fairly big nest that just has a bunch of posters that have been posted around the city and some sticks. And a couple leftovers from the garden of the city, just sort of just all meshed together in there to make a nice comfy nest. And a stick in his mouth, he just picks just gonna go. I ran out for you at the night.
Okay. Just gonna like. So you go head off. You're gonna go sleep, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. So both of
just
you.
put the little papers back in my bag in my pack.
Okay. So you start to rest as our point of view shifts towards Nikki.
Hey,
Hey.
hi. How are you
Hey,
doing?
Hat.
Huh?
Someone has avoided the Rick Astley zone.
Oh, I've been here the entire time, I swear.
Yeah. Okay. Um.
Okay, I'm in Shay's room, right?
Yes.
Okay? So do you sneak inside of Shay's room, or do you just basically just barge in?
I just walk in. I just barge in.
Okay. Okay.
And I gave it 20 investigation last time, so I
Okay.
assume I just find it instantly.
You find it instantly. You could insight Shay. You could just Shay, for the
I know
fact.
Shay's so well.
Yeah. So you barge in, and the moment you barge in, you catch Shay in the middle of like changing her shirt.
Um, well, um,
She looks back. She's like,
uh, um,
"Oh, get out of my
I'm
room!
short-circuiting,
God damn it!"
sorry. Um,
Yeah.
um, okay, so I'm gonna just instantly close the door upon saying that, like slam it shut.
Hey, and she kind of like scrabbles towards like the closet. Hey, God damn it!
Am I good to come in now?
Uh,
Please tell me I'm okay.
I'm. Hold on 1 second. And she like shifting of like clothing, and then and then she's like, "All right, you're good."
I open the door and I push it open. Um, I'm still standing in the doorway and I have
Hmm?
my hands over my eyes as I shuffle inside.
Right. You shuffle inside, and so you do so, and you close the door. You close the door, I think, and you just see Shay walking in back to her regular clothes. Like, yeah, what's up? Forget you saw that.
Okay, I'm gonna. Well, I'm sorry. I did not mean for that. What is the chance of me coming in contact with my weakness while I'm here? Nicki Mirage's only weakness,
Mm.
women. Anyways, I open my eyes. I take my hands off my eyes and I open them and I see Shay and I'm like,
Mm.
all right, we're decent now.
Mm.
You don't sleep, do you? I don't exactly remember.
I consider you probably. Chris scratches her arms in like a little bit of annoyance, but like she's like, "So, what do you want?"
What do you mean? What do I want?
No, I mean like you came here kind of like here. Do you want to talk about something, or I don't know.
Does our meeting have to be anything of importance? I mean,
It
it's
doesn't
always important, but
doesn't really matter. Like, like, if you want to talk, you can talk. I mean, just like, um, you kind of like you look over. There's like some water nearby the bed. A straw. I'm fully sober now, I guess.
Oh,
Uh,
oh yeah, you were kind of off the handle a little. Um, yes,
mm,
I did want to talk about something with you, something privately. So
mm-hmm.
I shuffle more closer.
She
I
like,
lean in and I go,
mm, uh,
Shay,
uh,
do you remember you know what? And I hope you do.
she's gonna insight. Uh,
Uh,
she's gonna lean back a little bit. She's like, mm,
No.
not really.
Shay, what the fuck?
You had one job, Shay, and you blew it. She's like, what are you talking about? I mean, like, yeah, I did a lot of things. Um,
Well,
that includes murder.
how's yes, yes, murder is very frequent with all of us.
Hmm.
Uh, but I mean, you know what? Your schedule.
Schedule?
Yeah. Are you still brooding for 5 minutes a day?
Uh, mm, uh,
Oh, or did you break that rule?
I. Yeah, I
You've
broke
been
it.
brooding, haven't you?
Every now and then. But I.
Oh no. Oh no 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 no.
Oh.
Oh no.
What's
Oh
going on?
no,
What's.
no, no,
No,
no.
no. What's. Okay, so what's. Okay. Um. I think I kind of stopped the brooding, but I'm still brooding.
Shaggy, it's been how many
Shaggy.
years since
Shaggy.
um every one of your traumas?
Yes, I have a really tragic backstory. So shit.
Yeah. You've been living for how many years and you still haven't gotten repeat these words.
Re- um. Uh. Like what? Which trauma are you talking about? I have a lot of them.
That's the thing. You've got so many traumas inside that brain of yours. I can't even count them on one finger.
Hmm.
Give me one.
It's crazy.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's in character. It's in character. She's dumb. She's dumb.
She's like, um, shit. What was I about to say? She's like, that's what in character saying like, right, yeah. So it's been a while. And give me insight on Shay actually.
You know I get the best insight on Shay.
Are you sure about that?
You know what? I might not discuss. No.
Oh god.
10.
Like 5. Why is it? Oh,
Well,
oh, plus
I
the
have
time. Plus
the
5. Okay.
broad boon, I guess.
Okay. Um. Uh. You can tell that Shay's like, basically just like looking at you with this calculating look. Like, yeah. Um.
Man, what happened to you? You're so stiff now.
Like right now, stiff, or like earlier, like. God damn it! I can't believe I remember that. I was drunk, but why am I? You say you were saying why was I stiff?
Yeah, you're stiff with me.
I don't know who didn't give you the memo yet.
What?
Where's the memo?
Is it something about like me or
Oh my god. Yeah, this is something about you. She just jumps. My god. Ah.
Well, will you tell me what the fuck I did? Because I don't remember.
Look, I'm still on that you left to be a goddess.
Oh, this again.
But look,
Yeah, but it's been like how many years since that happened?
I can't get over it. Apparently. Can like cross his arms.
I mean, you got to sometime.
Well,
I didn't. You know, I didn't intentionally leave. It was just the circumstances of the situation.
well, you should have told me.
Uh,
She kind of like looks away and crosses her arms.
I knew you'd have some pushback. Why would I tell you that?
Well, so you wouldn't like think that you were completely dead, and now you're here.
I never died in the first place. You think Nicki Mirage would go down so easily? Absolutely not.
And give me insight on Shay, one more time.
Please. I have such good insight.
18.
18.
Yeah, plus the 5. I'm
20,
not counting.
27. Okay, so you uh can tell that she's about in the brink of tears. She's holding it back though. She's a bit
Oh,
shaking.
Shaggy. I wanna like slink over to like face her or have her face me once more, like have her in front of me. And I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna say, Shaggy, your eyes are raining for me.
She like covers her eyes a little bit. God damn it, they are.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I s- they they are. God freaking damn it.
I grab Shay's wrist to pull the hands down from her eyes. Do I have to roll for
Yeah, strength. Give me strength. Contested to
that?
strength check. So
Oh, a check?
yeah. Oh. Oh.
I'm not buff. No! No!
You try to pry, but then realizes she lets it anyways.
Thanks, Shaggy. Now, would you repeat that for me one more time?
I said, and then she kind of like looks at you. And then you see like the tears shoot out her face. She's like, "Yes, yes, I am." And then covers her face again.
I'm. Oh, Anyways, I'm going to. I don't know. How do I fix sad people? Nicki Mirage has never had to do this.
And you see Shay, kind of like calm down a bit.
When I left, did y'all have a funeral for me? Did you actually think I was like dead?
Sierra, everyone thought you were dead. So yes. They had a funeral. They basically went to hell and back to try to like bring you back. Um, they've they failed to they failed to bring you back and bring Jill Soul back, and at least all these like rushed memories that I have. Mm.
Yeah, I do remember that. But it could have been really easy. It should have been at least to bring Juice WRLD back at. I think.
It's because of Amelia. She well took it upon herself to just basically block our every move mostly, and her it doesn't even help with that um that that demon that demon that she always has around. Was it yeah, Rowan?
Oh, yeah, I think I recognize the names. Do I have to history for that?
Yeah.
Do you really recognize the name? Maybe.
You do recognize him.
Right, the Ragnarok Bros. I know, but actually knowing their plans and all, I think I understand why they, you know, try to make sure that everyone's not in their way. And let's not talk about that right now. That's kind of depressing, am I right?
Yeah. Well, that was like long ago. But yeah, just I don't want to talk about this anymore. She says so she like sits on the bed. Basically like crisscrosses legs a little bit. She like has her like um uh her hand resting on well basically her chin.
You know, now that we've stopped talking about all that Ragnarok Winter's Crest stuff, there's not much that we actually have ever talked about. Well, besides the blood stuff, but you know,
You want me to be honest with you?
no,
Well, too bad. I'm doing it anyways. He like
no, no,
stands
I
up.
cover my ears.
Um, and through the muffling, you just hear Shay just say, "I just want to get to know you a bit more."
I, I'm going la 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 as I am like
Um,
um trying to get away from Shay, but in tiny room.
he like crosses his arms a little bit. What's wrong?
Yeah, I stop the lalas. I don't know how to phrase it. And I take the cans from my ears to hear that. I hope
Mm-hmm.
because that was like, and I go, well, it sounds so serious. I don't want to hear about it. I can deal with all like the heroics and the Winter's Crest stuff, but I can't deal with people.
Ah. Well, she shrugs. Puts her hands in her pockets. Give me insight on Shay. Real quick.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm losing a lucky point for this.
Uh.
This one specifically.
Okay. No.
No!
Ooh. 14.
Okay, so you can tell that kind of like Shay kind of like awkwardly like she's a bit awkward and she's gonna be like, well, you kind of like we do share the same thing, I guess. It kind of like scratches her head a little bit. Anyways, maybe you should probably go rest or something. I don't know. Um, maybe we'll talk later. Like, not about like the whole Winter's Crest or whatever. Just as us. It doesn't have to be right away. The whole get to know each other more.
But I I know you though.
Like the back of your hand.
Well, I mean, kind of. I know that you jump from rooftops every now and then. Your real hair color is not pink. You have a dead lover. Um,
We don't talk about the dead
your
lover.
mom is a thing. Got
Mm.
mommy issues.
She's dead now.
Oh,
My whole
dead mom.
my whole family got assassinated, but I don't want to talk about that right now.
That is a big thing I should know about.
Mm.
But if you don't want to talk about it, I'm learning boundaries, or I have learned boundaries, I guess. But I know you. I know you like the back of my hand. That is 4 points on one hand so far. I know that
Mm.
your name is Shay, not Shaggy.
You know my full name though, like my actual name.
Why? Um,
You don't have you.
Mystery.
It's okay if you don't if you don't like remember you don't like know. Uh, but like little by little, like for example, like what's my favorite color or mm,
Is it the
my
color
favorite
blood?
fruit.
Because that sounds pretty convenient.
Not really. My favorite color is can't think of it. Um, it's actually she's like no, my favorite color is amber actually.
That is literally blood.
Amber, like the yellow gold amber.
No, that is blood.
Are you sure about that? She kinda, like look at you.
I'm not colorblind. I know what the color of blood is.
I was messing with you. I was trying to gaslight you.
Ah, my thing! You know me so well!
Hey. After all, like observing you from afar, is able to discern a little bit about you. Um, and then Shay goes over to Nikki. It just grabs her like hands in hers and just like looks down. All right, should probably get going.
I passed out on the spot.
Okay. All right. You pass out. Do you really pass out?
Yes, I passed out from embarrassment. Or
Okay.
one embarrassment. Being flushed.
Okay.
Uh,
So, uh, you as you fall on the floor, kind of a little bit of cussing of like Shay kind of like bend over, and basically catch Nikki all gracefully.
sorry. I'll be quiet now. I'll be quiet.
It's fine. And and she basically like goes over carries Nikki, and there's an extra bed like in the other room, so going over to the other room, it just plops like Nikki on there, like woof, like all like a little bit like tosses it a little bit coldly. All right. Good night. Yeah. Good night, Nikki. And then walks over to the other bed, and then kind of like, I guess she's gonna meditate, and you see like a little bit of a blush. Right. That is gonna be it for Nicki, at least for now. And going back to okay, so all right, everyone, it is at the time. Give me so you're all everyone's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, give me a wisdom save really quick.
Because Jackson also got to make one too.
Yeah.
18.
18?
23.
Okay.
Let's see about Jackson's wisdom save.
Alright.
Let me see. Does he get any bonuses for being my familiar? Did they like adding my proficiency to that?
Think so. Okay, let me grab that. Let me go
Not
off.
to saves, just bonus to attack and damage.
Okay, let me grab some of the.
It's just a flat 2.
Okay.
Plus 2 bonus.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna
13.
grab this one. Okay. Cool. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. Alright, someone give me a D6.
Here, I got you.
Okay, so
Or 2.
8, 9, 13, 23. Okay, cool. Okay. Starting off with Figgy. 1 second.
Okay.
Oops. Why is it? I said okay. So let's see. Clear. And then repeat. Off. And then play. And then this. And then this is the wrong thing. Hold on. 1 second. Sorry. There we go. That's copy.
Oh, good. No rush.
Me trying
No
to
worries about it.
me trying to set the mood for the thing. Alright, let me just go ahead and skip that
This
one.
candle was supposed to be lavender. Why does it smell like eucalyptus?
Eucalyptus.
Do I need to put skip one more time? Yes. There we go. Okay. So, give me perception figure. You,
23.
alright. You are surrounded by a mist, as you can kind of like, let's call it an orange mist. As you can like hear, what looks to be, what you could be able to hear, like swords, being flat clanged across, large booms. What you could be able to hear, like, there's war sounds in the background. As the kind of like mist kind of like surrounds you, but you could be able to hear those like behind the fog. And as you kind of like what do you do?
Alright, so surrounded by mist that's very thick, but I can hear the sounds of war and the bright orange fumes that I'm assuming is coming from fire, correct?
Yeah.
Well, this is not something he's familiar with, or at least he doesn't think so.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna do the normal dreamscape thing and try to frantically figure out what the heck is going on. Now,
Okay.
these particular sounds of war, do they sound familiar to Figgy in any way, shape, or form?
Um, give me history, actually.
23.
Dang. Okay. Okay. As you kind of like, you kind of go in your mind's eye, what historical event this was. Um, able to like hear from like olden stories that there was this war between Crimson Moons and the Cobalt Suns. Basically, um, you hear something about General Hachiman basically being like a ruthless like warlord, using like child soldiers or like up to like 12 to like 20 or whatever. Um, and you hear one such like individual basically that kind of like betrayed the regiment. Um, their last name Hanazawa, and that basically that took down General Hachiman in his force, in some of his forces. Um, and I believe there was like a demonic boar that kind of like attacked, you know, attacked the city of Yoru.
Oh.
And as you're like hearing the war cling clang of what look now is you could discern katanas and gunfire. You give me perception.
Okay. 30, 20.
So you look there's some like smoke that kind of like clears, and um you see like a point in time you see a younger Elliot try basically trying to console a younger um uh female, or actually no, more like a warrior with like long like black hair and purple eyes, and you recognize the face, though the species itself is different from the one that you currently recognize. Akane. Um, and you could tell this is like a memory holding on to itself, a dream memory. Um, and you see like on the floor a man, what you could tell perceive is dead, and even though you kind of like see their mouths kind of like talking, like you know, like talking to Akane, you don't hear what they're saying. But give me one perception check real quick.
Okay. 17.
17. Okay. Um, you hear what looks to be I guess a boar scream, or a boar like as kind of like the boar kind of like there's a boar, it just pops up from the fire, and lunges at Akane, and the whole member kind of like whoosh, like into the air.
Wait, the boar launched him in the air?
Um, the boar kind of like basically came from the smoke itself, and like um basically about to tackle Akane, but it just goes like disappear. Like all three, the boar, the Akane, and they kind of like disappear into the aether. Um, and
Because it's still a dreamscape, figure you will run towards that spot.
Okay.
Because he's gonna look like, what the heck just happened over here?
As you say that, another scene kind of like a little bit unfolds as the smoke kind of like dissipates slowly in, um, and you see what looks like to be, I guess it is dragons fighting, 10 dragons fighting against each other. Um, this side kind of like there's one side that's radiant light, the other one is with radiant this like different like aura, um, and like behind them, be like kind of like behind their fighting, there's two deities. One you call give me a religion check.
Dirty 20.
Oh dang. Okay. Um, you could tell. Well, you could definitely recognize one's Swai, and the other one is this radiant mother-like figure, golden aura around. You pretty much recognize her as the mother goddess of all, which is Astra, Mother Astra. Um, the main deity of all the deities in Varkaril.
Oh, so that's what Big Mama looks like.
Giant Mama. Giant Mama says someone nearby you.
What was that?
You look over, and it's a little goblin. It's a little goblin with dark hair, and a little bit of like these uh, natural colored eyes or green eyes, and he's about 2.5 feet. Um, and he's like he's not wearing shoes, but like he's like wearing traveler's clothes. He's wearing a backpack, and he's like has like a staff and like a little bit of a kind of like a spell book and some like daggers in here and everything. And on his shoulder is a little like um is a little phoenix, little fiery phoenix right next to like um in his shoulder, um right. And he's like, yeah, that's Mama Astra.
You're responsible for the giant mom. Is
Uh,
that what you just said? Or are you talking about? I'm sorry. Hold on. Back up.
hmm?
How are you even speaking to me?
Oh, astral projection.
Inside check.
Okay.
You best not be lying, boy.
That's a 14.
Okay.
Because I'm like, astral projection in
Hmm.
a dream?
I mean, well, it's close to astral projection. Or was that dream? I don't know. He says, um, so, hi, I'm Cloud. Hi.
Your name is Cloud.
Yes, yeah, at least that's what my mom's,
And
called me.
and, and you're able to speak to me.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Cloud. Why don't you go ahead and break this down for me for a second? Which one of those is yours? Points to both of the dragons that are currently fighting in the background.
It kind of like points to the side of like where the radiant dragons are. Uh, well, they're not really like mine, but like they're Mama Astra's kids. No, not kids. More like yeah, yeah, kids. Well, at least that's what Papa told me. Um,
Right. Now, I only see the one, and if that one there's Mama Astra, and that one I believe, if my memory serves right, was is right. Where did the other kids that you're talking about?
oh, this is like long. This is like long before like uh, Mom Astra had like the other kids.
So this is just the one.
Yeah, and then there's like this, you know, star god, but like you know, I don't know, it's complicated. That's what. um, but anyways, um, yeah, and like shifts through his things. Um, anyways, Azim told me to give you something.
Who?
Azim.
Azim from the Cloud District?
No.
I
Oh.
am. Figure's gonna roll a history check because I
Hmm.
don't think he remembers or knows who Azim is,
Okay.
unless
Y-
it was some other form of figure that existed in a previous life.
oh. Stars roughly through.
25.
So Azim, you don't know much about them. Is and then Cloud says, "Oh yeah, Azim, the ancient storyteller. At least the current ancient storyteller. The yeah. So only only a few people know about their existence. Because how can I put this? They kind of know what happens to people before they die, or they perish, or they do things.
I see.
So the
So,
deity of fate, AC. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, yeah. He says.
so he's a futurist.
Yeah, you can say something like that. Anyways, I'll just go like get pl- uh pulls up his like fist towards you, kind of like relaxed fist. He has something inside of it. Here, Azim told me
The
you're gonna need
uh,
this.
what is it? Figgy receives the item in question.
Well, like Azim told me not well, let's see. Azim told me just it's just um it's a very useful item. Forgot what it's called. I was partially paying attention. But he said something about rewinding time.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Though it's just the whole one I think one per month thing. Something about like something about Gears of Time or something like that. I don't know. It was just they were just rambling about like a bunch of like possibilities and like possible timelines and he could like his eye could like go swirlies.
And he told you to give this to me.
Yeah.
What is this Azim you speak of?
Oh, there. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, like they just show up one time to me, and they're like, "Hey, kind of like imitates their voice, like, yeah, could you just give this to Figaro Manuel Figaro in the Dreamscape?" Sure, I could try, and that's how it is.
You addressed me by name. Full name.
Yeah.
Okay, this is definitely serious. What does he want me to do with this mysterious artifact that's supposed to do that? This isn't just something you just hand off to somebody, especially to someone like myself. There must be some grave importance.
Well, Azim told me, also, once that you get all of the deity shards, um, collect the climb soulish and, that's how you pronounce it? Yeah, climb, the stick thingy. Yeah, and, kinda like these for a bit. And, to, uh, re- um, they will definitely know, when you guys obtain all of these shards. And then it says, tell you to use that.
And use it to do what with it exactly?
The turn back the sand of time, as Azim puts it.
Okay. How far back are we? Wait a minute. You mean back to this moment? This moment that we're seeing right here?
You mean that moment? Like points at the dragons.
Yes, at that moment right there. Also points at the dragons.
No. He kind of like points at like an empty spot in the mist area. It unfolds. This one. And do you look closer?
With so much intent.
With so much intent. You squint into the dreamy void. There, you see a burnt down city. And there is what appears to be bodies laying around. It's like a mansion. And a little girl with blonde hair. Is crying. Piled like with these bodies and everything. With like little stuffed, like what appears to be a rabbit, a stuffed rabbit. And you hear her say, "Mommy? Dad?" It's gonna be okay, right? And they close.
Wait. Hold on. No. You can't just show me that and then all of a sudden just close off. Where was this?
Sighs. Zendatsu.
How far back?
Let's see, 1,500 years. To be exact, that's what Azim told me.
1,500 years? Biggie's gonna use a history check to try to remember what specific event occurred at that time at that location.
Okay, history check.
17?
17? Okay. So, remember during that time, there was assassination of a whole family. Of a whole family by the hands of So, an obscure person by the name of uh Malchior in
Hmm.
um you can like hear also heard about uh that he pretty much killed off a bunch of like the family members. There were like about 35 of them, but one
Is
managed to escape and got lost to time.
now this particular little girl with the bunny. Um, are there was there particular features about her that seem somewhat familiar to somebody else that Figgy may know or no?
That would be this could be either uh, a history check. Yeah, it's history check one more time.
Another 17.
17. Okay. All right. All right. So as you ruminate back, you ruminate like the memory of the little girl. Seems to be like she was like about 5 years old. Um, her eyes were like the golden yellow color. No, no, yeah, golden yellow color, or at least hazel in this case. Um, and long hair. You kind of like with like a human girl. Um, and you do like distinguish a little like poncho that she had. The red color. Uh, regal and like fancy looking with embroidery on it. Now like a little bit tattered due to the flames. Um, no issues at all. But like you could discern. Give me an insight.
Okay. 13.
You could tell that this is Young Shay.
So that far back. So Azim wants me to go there.
Yeah, that's what sparked well, some things around he kind of like slowly like kind of like sighs, and he's like, that's what the deity of fates says.
Is there something I'm supposed to be looking for, or something I'm supposed to prevent? Because depending on how he words it, one I'm willing to do, the other one I'm not sure if I could do.
Which one is that?
Well, if I am to surmise what your deity of fates is describing, he knows how everything is supposed to end, pretty much. He's handed me something like this, and he wants me to go back in time. Someone who's in charge of the fates does not want me to change anything, but perhaps alter it in a way in which history will continue as it's supposed to.
Yes. That's what, yeah, that's what Izzy told told me. Um,
But
so,
then, the question comes to pass. What I just saw there,
mm,
was that supposed to happen? Am I supposed to just let an innocent little girl witness her entire family get destroyed, wondering where her mommy and daddy is, and just do nothing?
the Azim asked, well, it told me little about this event, though I trust them because they are going to help my family too, he says. Um, Mama Nicki has a picture of her, takes it out.
Is she ill?
Yeah, he has a little tear to eye. She gone. At least, at least of I seen. But Azim will make it better, or at least try to arrange universe things. And he kind of like takes out a book. You sh- you need to read this too. You need to read this too.
Biggie takes the book.
He kind of like wipes his eye a little bit. I have to go now. The spell's almost about to wear off.
What was your name again?
He's gonna he's gonna say. You want my full name, or do you just want my first name?
A name. Doesn't matter which one, just something easy to call you by.
He's gonna be. My full name is Cloud Sierra Barrage Dark Frost Owens. He kind of like proud of that. But you call me Cloud.
I'm just gonna call you Cloud.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. He says. But yeah, I'm just gonna try making also helping out also with my own little family as well.
Very well. Do your best to cherish that family, and hopefully they won't end up like hers.
Yeah.
And thank you for passing on this message. Great courier of fates. Cloud. You shall be remembered for that.
You're welcome. He kind of like had a little tears of his eyes as he kind of like goes over and like, let's see, how tall is Figgy?
There's a lot of text in the way. Figgy is 5'7".
All right. So Richard is like 2.5 feet. He's gonna go over. He's gonna hug your ankle. He's like, okay. And then he's gonna like waddle back, and he's gonna be like, he's like, okay, I love you, bye bye, and just basically goes over and vanishes.
Did not think that that's how clouds make it rain, but you learn something new every day. Now the question is, where can I go to read this? So he looks around in the void. Maybe there's like either a way out or maybe like some
There.
dream park bench or something that just pops up.
Yeah. It just.
Huh. Well, that's convenient. Okay. He takes a seat,
Mhm.
observes his surroundings a bit, and then begins to read the mysterious book given to him by the deity of fates.
Or more like the person that's basically helping the fate person. But yeah, you start reading. As you start reading, you slowly start to wake up, and as you wake up, switching over to Tivna. Tivna,
Eh, sorry.
it's all right.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Mousing over a thing in taskbar keeps bringing up this menu over top of what switching here.
mhm.
Sorry that I'm not in the greatest mood at the moment.
Oh.
I just got my check that I was going to send to the IRS just
Hmm.
now,
Oh wow.
and the post office closed half an hour ago.
Oh. Damn.
And this would have been a day late still.
Dang.
And I tried to get this check a week ago.
Mhm. That's rough. Um. So Tiff.
Yeah, that's been my day.
Dang. Um. So, Tivna. Um. Dreamscape. In your mind's eye, give me perception. In your mind's eye. Okay, we're good. Let me just get
In
some
my
water.
mind's eye, my perception is I'm calling it now. It's going to fail. 7.
7. Okay. So
Who rolled an initiative of 25?
where I don't see it.
D&D Beyond just messaged me saying, "Oh, someone rolled a 25 for initiative."
Oh.
Don't even know how long ago that could have been.
Yeah.
Oh
That
wait,
was probably
there it is.
yeah, that was probably me with the test roll.
Yeah. All right. So 7. You are surrounded by heavy green fog.
Hmm.
Um, a heavy green fog, and you're able to hear wings, big wings flapping. What do you do?
Well, I guess the council goes to investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the mine, there are at least, what, 4 Tivnas here?
All right.
Listen,
Tivna. Yeah, just investigation. I want a cookie.
19.
19? Okay. So as you investigate, I believe the green mist surrounding you, or the flapping of wings.
Right?
You get away from that place a little bit as the mist kind of like clears. And you see just in time just to see a silver gigantic dragon, ancient dragon, just plop down. What looks like to be kind of like a temple of sorts, like curved horns a bit upwards, blue eyes. Uh, the works basically has like a little bit of like gold around him, and uh, he stands roughly about well he's intensified. Yes. Is you gonna see right before him a figure with like silver hair, like dark skin or wait, tan skin, uh, an elf, about six, about 6 feet, wearing kind of like some sandals and some like ancient Aztec like dress and stuff like that. It looks to be female in particular with a bunch of like anklets and everything and like a headpiece that's like very like grand. Um, and and this person kind of like reaching up towards this silver dragon, um, and you kind of like hear. Give me perception, Tiffany. It's kind of like either hear a muffle or not. We'll see.
I am going to roll two things. One
Mhm.
thing perception, the other for acrobatics.
Okay,
The
cool.
council has dictated we will boop the dragon.
Okay.
Perception
Mhm.
is 13. Acrobatics 11.
11. Okay. So you, so you see
Again,
this.
this is Dreamscape.
You kind of like flip over. You go and boop the dragon. Uh, the
The
elf.
council boops the dragon.
They
All of
boop
it.
all of it.
Boop, boop.
Boop, 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 boop. The dragon pauses, and this woman kind of like also pauses. Kind of like raises her eyebrows, is like this emerald green eyes, and uh, she says, "Wait, um, Tiffany, do you know Draconic?"
I mean, my character's a kobold. I would think that was part of the thing, but let me check here. Should. Let's see.
I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a little awkward if you don't.
Hmm.
Where does it say what? Oh, no, that's defenses. Where does it say?
On a D&D Beyond character sheet, it's on the bottom left in your proficiency box
Yeah.
with armor, weapons, tools, and languages.
Common, draconic, and thieves' cant.
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay. Draconic. Okay. So as you so the woman says to Draconic, "What are you doing?"
We are kobold. We must boop dragon.
The dragon kind of like doesn't mind this, but the woman is like, "No one ever boops Bahamut without not and have it live the tale."
Smiles and boops slowly so they watch.
Oh. You see the silver dragon kind of like looking down at the council of Tifnas, and you hear a roaring like voice rumbling across the dreamscape of your mind. "Who boops the great Bahamut?" He looks over.
We do. We, the council of.
Why do you do such a thing?
Because dragon snoot is cute.
"I am a giant dragon. I am a dragon god," he says.
Okay. Do you not like the boops?
Don't mind the boops, but sometimes gets boops from annoying little mortals.
Well, who else will boop you? Any immortals around?
You've got a point there.
We
Eh.
all have a point.
And you kind of like see the other woman kind of like bow to Bahamut. They're probably their apologies. "It is fine." Quetzalcoatl, the Bahamut says. "Now rise. We have guests. Come." I'll invite you to some tea. And as he kind of like goes over and he kind of starts to transform into a humanoid version of himself. Silver hair, blue eyes, kind of like a like a 5'12" in height, wearing kind of like this monk garb, and he's like, "Shall we?" But my lord Bahamut, it is all right. I haven't had good company in a while. They nod.
Yep.
Must boop. Suddenly, it's only Dragon. Timna must boop. Um. So, he goes over to the temple. And then Kitsukoto kind of like goes over and follows him right beside him, and he looks back at Tim and he's like, "So what brings you here?"
Oh, well, as far as I'm aware, isn't this supposed to be our dream? Just
Not a dream, says Bahumut. More, more like premonition of what you call meetings.
mm.
This is points at the elven woman. Um, this is Quetzalcoatl, celestial dragon, and I am also celestial dragon Bahumut.
You're both dragons? Show us.
But what?
In your free time.
Yes, after tea. He says.
Very well. After tea, indeed.
All right. So you go over to they leads you. There's this little bit of like a spacious like dining room table. It's a little bit simple, but like there's some like a little bit fancy here and there, and they sit down. And like someone can like brings the tea, and he's like, yes, looks over at Quetzalcoatl, and Quetzalcoatl kind of like speaks. Yeah, this is basically when our power kind of like mingles in with the mortals. They sometimes dream about the gods. The Bahumun's like, the abyssal dragons are going to wake up, possibly, perhaps, soon. So he kind of like sips his tea.
Sips tea as well. Or three of the Tivnas do. They,
All right.
the yellow one imagines everyone wearing cheese hats.
Cheese hats.
Sometimes we dream about cheese.
All cheese. All right. So Tivna, the Tivnas,
The council.
the council, looks up at the humanoid version of Bahamut, and he's like, just wanted to, you're a kobold, but there, it kind of like looks a little bit. Anyway, he says,
The yellow one chuckles at the sudden appearance of cheese hats.
cheese hats. You're very, well, there's chaotic energy coming off from you. Um, but maybe we will lend us a hand with this.
Well,
Perhaps.
the kobolds are a chaotic sort of derps. Let's be fair, we're derps.
They
That's
agree. They agree.
Hmm.
that's it. Well, as it stands, without chaos there can't be order, and without order there can't be chaos. Or one loses purpose without the other.
That's.
This all being the formerly blue, but now is currently red because color swaps.
Mhm.
Can't have two of them be blue now, can we?
Yeah. But it's like, what if the chaos decimates most of the realm?
Well, eventually things pendulum back. Either someone fights chaos, or chaos, well, diminishes itself in order being stable, would just survive when chaos has pretty much just wiped itself down. Either way, this is part of just fighting back, isn't it?
Hmm. I see.
When chaos grows strong, order must grow stronger to fight it. But with every passing swing, it escalates.
Hmm. I see. Um, as you as you say that, give me a perception check.
16. My
Holy
best perception rolls since I've started.
damn. Okay, cool. Um,
Must be a
you
dream. Oh,
you you hear um you hear some rumbling outside and people clashing swords and like war and chaos brought together, or more like there's fighting outside.
it is true that chaos is more prone to destruction, but it also through chaos that we have creation. If we can find some way to balance and bring chaos to its more natural and more growth form, perhaps peace could be made.
Hmm. And you see that Bahamut kind of like stands up
Just as
from
order
his
can allow for stability, it also allows for oppression.
uh he raises his eyebrows. He kind of like stands up. Uh, and you kind of see now right in front of you. Um, you see that Quetzalcoatl gets like stabbed in the heart. Uh, surprisingly, she looks up, and do you also look? As you hear kind of Bahamut says, "You."
Can I roll a dice?
Mm-hmm.
We all know what I'm going to roll here.
The chaotic
The power
die.
of retcon.
Okay.
I'll use 2 sorcery points and roll a 1d4 of Ben luck.
That was before. This is before roll.
I take the sides of chaos to make that with advantage.
Okay.
So I roll another 1d4 and hopefully not get a 1.
Why?
Of course!
Not enough, I'm afraid. So as you try to tie this chaos in your dream. Um, you find that you can't in your dream, and
Uh-oh.
as you kind of play this out, you look over to see who the heck casted that arrow, or more like a necrotic arrow. You look up. You see.
Yeah.
You see the split image of Quetzalcoatl, but with red eyes. As she kind of like goes, that one kind of goes over, sets another knocks another arrow, as because the real Quetzalcoatl is like, sister, and falls on the floor. And Bahumu becomes a dragon again. How dare you!
We were having a great discussion. I think it is time that, well, it seems that that discussion has been interrupted. Mind if we work together on this?
As you say this, they knock another arrow towards you. Give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom 18?
18? Okay.
Yep.
The arrow hits your heart.
And I used Dimension Door to pass between them firing the arrow
Mm-hmm.
and getting to them,
Alright.
dodging the arrow in the process,
Alrighty. Let me.
and being now right in their face.
Alright, so you're about.
It
You,
feels like a reactionary thing.
what happened?
It feels like a reactionary
I-
thing. Dimension
then-
Door is an action.
To make
Action.
it a reaction, I will use Quicken Spell to do so.
Oh, yep.
You can spell makes things bonus actions, not reactions.
Okay.
Frick.
Okay, so you're standing there. You You-
I guess.
you see in your mind's like kind of like going over into your what looks to be cobalt heart, but then it goes right past through. You don't feel anything, but it does make you jolt awake in the waking world. As you as
Wisdom well.
it's just that just just see
Fair enough.
yeah. So as you you wake up, before you wake up, you hear more battle raging, and then you wake up. All right. Going over to pick.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check as you going into this.
Alright. Perception. Nat 20.
Boy! Oh shit. Alright. Alright, let me. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, give me a second here as I. Oh, whoa.
What do I see with my newly awakened eagle eyes?
You see lots of things going on. Let me just go ahead and play the fucking music, but dude. Hold on. This is the wrong one. Yeah. Hold on. Let me just go ahead and clear this. And then repeat off. And then after that, I'm gonna grab this song. Okay. Time for the effects. Okay. Alright. So you wake up